Well, the Christmas recess is over, ladies and gentlemen, here at vrroom.org. We are back and we are ready and we are firing on all four cylinders for the start of the GT6 Championship and the January season 2014. We are at one of the new tracks, Brands Hatch. Well, it's new to the game. It's not new to the planet, I suppose. It's a very, very old circuit, very steeped in tradition here at Brands Hatch. In Kent, just outside of London, I believe, on the southeast corner of England. We're going to be taking you through the track in a moment, but it's going to prove to be a very, very good, exciting league, this, with a lot of good players in it. I'm D.Higgins. I'm going to be taking you through the race as normal here at vrroom.org, the home of online motorsport. I'm joined in the commentary box by Jinobi. How are you doing today, mate?
I'm doing fine, mate. Cheers. It's good to be back, and I'm glad to have Gran Turismo 6 in my possession, along with many others I'd expect. We've been waiting in this game for a long time, and we've had a month off league racing at VR Room, and now we can finally get back to league racing, and I'm really looking forward to these Toyota GT86s. It's going to be an interesting league. We've got some new guys on this league and some of the other leagues, so it'll be nice to find out how they compete against all the regulars.
Good stuff, buddy, good stuff. Well, the track looks absolutely fantastic today, and before we get down to the race, which is due off in just a few minutes, they've already had qualifying, which was 7 minutes long. We'll take you through that in a moment, or Jinobi will take you through that in a moment. What I'm going to do is just take you through, as is customary with these video replays, a lap of Brands Hatch, because it's a new circuit to the game, just to tell sort of everyone who's watching what it entails for the driver, because it's quite demanding around here. So without further ado, we'll be back in a bit with that one. Okay, so Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit in Toyota 86 race car, packing 205 brake horsepower. As you can see, we're on board with VRDM on one of the video replays here at Gran Turismo 6. We'll just go on board with DM as he goes hard at it down the straight, down the Brabham straight. We're coming up to Paddock Hill Bend now. The car wants to break away to the left quite a lot. It's important to make as much of the apex as possible as you head down Halewood Hill. So down and up now to Druids, the first tight hairpin on the course. Very hard to see on approach. You've got to hook to the inside and then let the car spit itself out to the left, taking as much of that rumble strip as possible. As you head down Graham Hill Bend now, on the midfield section, fantastic for the spectators this one. Through Cooper, and we're heading to Surtees Corner now, which is like a double apex left-hander, which leads on to the Pilgrim's Drop. So we're going to go uphill now. The peel off to the right there, as you're seeing, guys, is where the Indy circuit goes, which we will be visiting at round 6. This is round 1. So flat on the gas now as we go down Pilgrim's Drop underneath the bridge. Up through now onto Hawthorne Hill and Hawthorne Bend. Carrying as much speed as possible as you can through here. And then flat on the gas, straight through to Westfield Bend. Very important to take as much of the curve as possible, otherwise you'll end up in the sand on the left-hand side there. So down the hill now into Dingle Dell, the blind Dingle Dell corner, turning before you can see it, up as much of the apex as possible. Careful you don't run into the grass at the side. Straight down to Stirling's Bend now. So that's the sort of outfield bit of the circuit done, and now it's flat on the gas, all the way down through to Clearways, the final corner. Very exciting lap here, just over 2 minutes a lap in these little GT86s. Of course, we're running prohibited tune here, which basically means that the drivers can't do anything. All they can do is take a stock car, paint it, slap a number on it, and adjust brake balance to suit. So that's one flying lap at Brands Hatch Indy. Now straight back to the action with Jinobi and the grid walk.
Alright, we're here on a surprisingly sunny day at Brands Hatch. Let's get on with the grid walk. On row 1, keep my tradition going, is Scale Breaker in first position and Maddock in second. On row 2 we've got Spudgy and DM. Spudgy, one of the new guys on the VR room. Behind them we've got Jordan and Jinobi. Behind those guys is Badger and Dad Racer Rob. Behind them is Slicker and JB Player 1. And behind them is a gap and then Bradford. Now, I'm wondering if that's a bug, because I'm pretty sure Setwave is in this race, so there might be a bug with the game not showing Setwave. I'm not sure about that one. But back to you, Mr. Higgins.
Okay, so here we are then for the start of VRroom.org round 1 of the GT6 League. Going to be very exciting. We've got Scalebreaker on pole, Madak in second. Scale's already got his wheels turned, looking like he's going to cut across on Madak as soon as the release. Come on, we've got to get the release soon, I should think. They're holding them a long time here. There's going to be some engine smoke in a moment, I think. And away we go. And it's go, go, go for round 1 of VRroom.org at Brands Hatch Grand Prix Circuit. Scalebreaker taking a fantastic lead, maintaining his position from Madak. Spurgeon tucking in tight behind and DM tight on the inside. Jordan going down the inside as they come down towards Druid's corner for the first time. So round Druids, it's Scale from Madak, from Spurgeon, from Jordan, who's now DM down in 5th now. Jinobi 6th, Badger 7th, Dad Racer Rob 8th, JB Player 9th. Bradford 10th and Slicker 11th, so dreadful start there from Slicker. Not quite sure what happened there. So as they come round Surtees for the first time, it's still Scalebreaker from Madak from Spurgey. Important to get good traction and good drive up here. Don't these cars look fantastic, Jinobi, as they're coming down to Hawthorne Hill?
Yep, that's one of the great things about this game. It's got base models, so people can paint and number their car. It's a lot less restrictive as Gran Turismo 5. As you can see right now, Scalebreaker holding on to his lead with Maddox closely behind. Maddox getting very close to Scalebreaker here, you might have a look. Not an easy course to overtake, I reckon, on this. The corners are just, they throw you out wide, so you know you're risking an accident when you're trying to overtake.
So as they enter clearways for the first time on lap 1 of 10, it's Scalebreaker, Madak, Spurgey, Jordan and DM, breaking out a little bit of a gap from Badger in the following pack. We just clip back to Badger. You can see he's out by himself, but doing a very good job there in 6. But the lead pack of the lead 5 have got away, as you can see there. Oh no, and it looks like we've got... Is that Badger off? Badger's off. Absolutely shocking. That's a big crash, big incident there for Badger. We'll just try to, if we can, get on board there and find out what happened. We're on his roof cam now. So he's coming round, and he... Oh dear, he's drifted wide. And no, he's trying to keep you going, but there's a barrier there, and that's just wrecked his car. Absolutely dreadful. That's on Hawthorne Hill, just approaching Druids. He luckily didn't get collected by everyone, very wisely staying out the way there, as you can see, as he gets back on. But that's given him a lot of damage. He'll probably have to pit after that one. So very unfortunate there from Team Rosso driver Badger. Can happen to anyone. I think we've all done it there, if I'm honest. What do you reckon, Jinobi?
I've done it many times, and just on that clip there, I almost did it just behind JB. It was very unfortunate. You could see him trying to hold on and with the foot in, but I guess he just forgot about that barrier popping out. And I'm not sure if Hawthorne Hill's the correct name. I think that might have been Paddock Hill. But yeah, this is the guy that always forgets corner names, so answers on a postcard. But we're back on the lead again with a 4-car battle.
Yeah, that's right. The thing about Paddock Hill Bend is that if you don't get the entrance right to it, it's so easy just to drift slightly wide going down Hellwood Hill, and then there's no way you're going but in the barriers on the left. We've all done it, and it's very, very easy to do. But it just shows you what a precise sort of platform we're on here. You've got to be absolutely bang on to race in these particular rooms. So the race order is Scale from Madak, from Jordan, from Spurgey, from VRDM. So the lead 5 have definitely broke away now. that puts Jinobi way back. You can see them there coming round clearways. I'll just click back to Jinobi, who's being followed up tightly by JB. It looks like JB might have a bit of a stab into Paddock Hill Bend. Jinobi looking fantastic there in his 52 car. He did look very good, by the way, Jinobi. And you were racing very well, to be honest with you there. Very good. If you haven't twigged, ladies and gentlemen, Jinobi is one of the competitors here at vrroom.org, and there he is. You're watching him out on track. It's quite a privilege to be able to commentate on our own racing, don't you think, Jinobi?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but at the same time I don't want to look at myself if I'm doing something bad, which is mostly the case. I'll be binning the car or spinning out or something. So yeah, you can just keep the camera off me unless I'm overtaking someone. Thank you very much, Mr. Higgins. But as we can have a look right now, we've got Dad Racer Rob with a lovely colour shifting paint.
Okay, so back to Mr. Breaker at the lead, in the lead should I say, who's now going down through into Dingle Dell. A bit of smoke in the background there, actually. Oh, but something else has happened. Has something happened there? No, it must have been a slight off from one of the cars kicking up a bit of dust. Jordan has made a mistake. Jordan has been nabbed by Spurgey. So Spurgey, one of the newcomers to vrroom.org. Big welcome on board as well, Spurgey, from everybody here, including me and Jinobi in the commentary box. It's great to see some more quality players coming through, and giving Scalebreaker a run for his money, may I add as well, which is always nice to see here at vrroom. What a fantastic shot that was. So Scalebreaker has got a little bit of a gap now, and Spurgey has managed to nab Jordan. So I don't know whether we can go on board with Spurgey. Let's just have a look here, and we'll go on the rear cam, I think, roof view rear. So in the background there, as they come round Graham Hill Bend, we're viewing Jordan in P4 and VRDM in P5. So what's your thoughts on this new league then, and these racing cars, Jinobi?
Well, I'm really enjoying these cars, and this league was the fastest for all the people signing up to get full up, and I'm not surprised. The cars, they do have a little bit of understeer, but besides that, they're great handling cars, and you can get some really good close action with these cars. And there's plenty more cars to... Oh, wait, hang on. Jordan.
Oh, my goodness me. Oh, blimey. Did you see that in the background? Jordan off. And that's just coming down towards Dingle Dell. We're going to have to get a replay of that one, guys. Let's just have another watch of that one. This was really bad news for Jordan. He just lost it. He ran wide. Do you want to take us through it, Jinobi?
I wasn't expecting it, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't either. It happened so sudden. It looks like he's in control, but he goes wide on the sand, and what a spin.
God, how did DM get away with that one? I'll tell you something, that's worth looking at again on board with DM, I think, because he only just missed that one. Let's change the view to the roof view at the front here, and then let's go backwards in time. So here we go, as we're going around Westfield Bend. The incident was on the next corner. Oh no, Westfield Bend was where the incident was, which is here. Jordan running wide, and how did DM miss him? Oh, blimey, that was nearly a really big accident there. Very unfortunate for Jordan, but that's put up DM into fourth. And oh, DM's run wide, probably got a little bit unsighted there. He's managed to keep it together, but he got a little bit unsighted. I think that spooked him a little bit. So on lap 4 of 10, we've got Scale from Spurgey, from Redact, from Jinobi, DM from Jinobi, from JB, from Jordan, Dad Racer Rob, Slicker, Bradford, and VR Badger in a lonely 11th, which is a great shame. So back on board with the leaders, which is where the closest action is at the moment. Scale is pulling away. Let's just have a look at the live timings there. Fastest lap at the moment on lap 5 of 10 is a 42.886, which is Spurgey, the guy's quality. He's here and he's pumping in some fast lap times. Next fastest is Scale, who's just slightly slower, 2/10. But there's some impressive lap times from the top few cars there. It really is good stuff. But he's pulled out as Scalebreaker at 2-second lead now from Medak, and then DM has dropped back slightly from Spurgey and Medak because of that incident. So yeah, it's all hotting up here. We've got a slight off just after Surtees, I think. There, no, after Graham Hill Bend. I'm not sure who that is. We'll have to click back to it in a moment. So as we rejoin the race now, we're going down the hill with Scalebreaker. So can you see anybody else but Scalebreaker taking this title here at the VR Room's first league, Jinobi? What do you reckon? We've got quite a lot of fast guys here. Scale, we know, obviously, is a bit of a machine, but he's only got one pace. I know that from talking to him. His pace is fast, but then he can't kind of push it. What do you think? Who would you tip for this championship? Because we've got a lot of races to go.
Well, you've asked the question, haven't you? I really don't know what to say. I want to say Scalebreaker, because the guy doesn't know how to lose a league. I don't think I've ever seen him lose a league. But at the same time, this Spudgy character is doing really well for pace. And Jordan is always so close to Scalebreaker. And it just runs out of luck, whether it's his connection or an accident that's just happened there not long ago. But that's a really tough question. I can't really answer.
Yeah, I know it is a really tough one to call. I mean, we obviously know Scale's quick. Spurgeon's very, very quick. Medak's proving to be very, very quick. Jinobi, I don't mind saying you've picked up your pace, sunshine. You're really quick in these ones as well. We've got ex-champions such as JB, we've got newbie kind of rookies such as Dad Racer Rob who've picked up the pace. There's all kinds of predicaments we could get into here, and there's some really good tracks to come as well. I think this really is the closest battle on track. It has panned out a little bit, but we've got Scale from Spurgey from Medak. So these are the lead three. We might as well just stay on these for a moment. Some stats on this circuit for you guys. It is 2.43 miles long. The longest straight is 1/3 of a mile, and the elevation difference, as I'm sure you can see, is 114 feet here, and that's partly due to Pilgrim's Drop. It's sort of up and down the hills through a forest section, to be honest with you. Quite a narrow circuit, quite difficult to overtake here. But what's really pulling it for me is the fact that it's prohibited tune. And like I mentioned before, we can't do anything apart from change the brake balance on the cars. So it's more about driver skill rather than car setup. As we watch them on lap 7 of 10 now, going around Paddock Hill Bend, it's Scale from Spurgey from Medak from VRDM. Jinobi's out by himself, but we've got Jordan and JB Player 1 and having a bit of a ding-dong. We're going to have to watch this because they're nearly side by side as we approach Paddock Hill Bend. We've got JB on the outside, we've got Jordan covering off on the inside, bit of smoke from the rear of Jordan's car. As they go down the Halewood Hill up towards Druids Corner, it's still Scale from Jordan from JB. So it's hot action, even though it's for 6th and 7th, but you pick up some decent points for that, as we just get a lovely view there of Jinobi going round Graham Hill Bend. Dad Racer Rob doing a decent job as well, so a big shout out here. He's really holding his own, almost catching up to the back of JB Player 1. But look at JB as they go round Surtees, going up towards Pilgrim Drop, and it looks like he's got a little bit of a run on him, and he has. It's side by side down Pilgrim's Drop towards Hawthorne Hill. But crucially here, Jordan's got the inside corner. I'm getting far too excited. Do you want to take over, please, Jinobi?
Well, this is what it's all about here. Some great side-by-side action. This is what you want to see. Jordan keeping the inside. And this is going to be a tricky corner now. I think this is Westfield Bend.
Oh my God.
And JB, has he got it? Yeah, JB's got...
That was in my mouth then.
That's it. And Jordan on the grass. Don't do it again.
Oh no, Jordan's lost it. Oh.
Oh, that's the second time now. Oh, poor Jordan. He was having a good hard battle there, and JB trying to get back up in the positions, but he's done it again. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, let's just take another look at that if we can. So this is the run up towards Dingledell. Oh dear. Yeah, it's just caught the grass on the outside there. We've all done that. Very, very unfortunate. But when you're pushing, it can be a hard thing. He's managing to get himself on there safely, as we see Slicker just nipping through there. Ooh, he nearly went very, very wide at that point, did Jordan. So absolutely disastrous first round here at vrroom.org for Jordan. Absolute shocker. I wouldn't have expected that really from a player such as, or a driver such as Jordan. Would you, Jinobi? Oh dear. Dirty tyres.
Nah, the guy's off again. Yeah, he's just having those bad races. We all have them. Jordan's going through a nightmare of a race right now. This is not what you'd expect. You'd expect him up there, you know, second or third, battling for the lead.
So in the meantime, on lap 8 of 10, we have Scale leading from Spurgey, just as we're watching Scalebreaker 96 go around there. Spurgey's going to catch, but we've got a slow mover up in the background there. We've got VR Badger there catching him substantially due to the damage he sustained. So there's going to be some blue flags here on the first round at the GT6 Championship here at vrroom.org. Please do get round to the website, guys. Anyone who's watching this racing potentially for the first time. We use no driver aids and full damage and fully marshalled rooms. You really don't get any finer than vrroom.org. Yeah, blue flags don't often happen, do they, Jinobi? But would you like to explain to the folks at home what a blue flag means?
And they don't happen very often, but simply it's just letting you know that there's cars that are way ahead, a full lap ahead of you, and they're about to overlap you, and you're not racing them, and it's basically just saying, get out of the way, these guys aren't racing for your position, they're already ahead of you, please don't disturb the race. We get some very unhappy people.
So yeah, just as we're watching Badger, who will have just started lap 7, I believe, yeah, because he's going to be a lap down in a moment. So no, he's on lap 8 actually, I apologise. But yeah, he's already in radio communication, as will Bradford be soon. He's getting warnings from the race marshal, blue flag conditions. The marshal for this race is Slash, and may I say Slash did an absolutely superb job as normal. Always going into the unknown a little bit when you're on a new game, a new platform. So Badger number 19 is going to be lapped in a moment. As you can see, the leaders coming through there. We'll go on the back of Badger's car just to watch that happen. Oops, a daisy, a little bit wide there from Badger. We can't get on the back of his car from that view. I apologise, guys. I'm still getting used to things myself. So there's the rear view, and we'll see Scale and Spurgey, who seemingly is catching up. You know, Spurgey is hunting Scale down. This is getting terribly exciting with 2 laps to go. Now, the interesting thing, you can see Badger has backed off to allow them through. Yeah, there you go, blue flags, and again, Badger, I would imagine, shouldn't pull across and block Spurgey. No, he's leaving it nice and wide. Well played, Badger, doing a very, very tidy job there, obeying the rules, and that's good sportsmanly behaviour. He's got out of the way, and it's back on with the race for VR Badger. And there you can see from the front of Badger's car, Spurgey and Scale going round Paddock Hill Bend. He may get another blue flag in a moment, because coming up behind him is... Oops, a daisy, sorry. Coming up behind him is Madak, who's just going round Druids as we speak. As you can see there, he is catching him slightly. What's your favourite corner on this circuit then, as we watch on the last lap, Jinobi? Which one do you like? I personally favour Dingledell, because it's scary as hell.
Nah, I won't go for the scary one. I'll go for the nice and easy corner. I think it's named Hawthorne Bend. Probably one of the easiest corners. It's a high speed corner, but it doesn't throw you onto the grass as much as all the other corners.
Just as we see Bradford. Oh, Bradford's going off actually. That'll make the blue flag a bit irrelevant. He'll just stay off, I would have thought, and allow the leaders through. Although he's back on the circuit, but very slippy with slippy tyres. He's going to be lucky to hold that. Let's hope he didn't take off Spurgey. It looks like he might have delayed Spurgey there, actually, to be honest with you. But Spurgey is now through. So it's seemingly looking like after 10 laps, 10 exciting laps may I add, at Brands Hatch GP circuit here at vrroom.org, we're going to have the first winner of the season, Mr. Scalebreaker 96. Fantastic performance from him. As he exits Clark Curve going down the Brabham Straight for the last time, it is a Scalebreaker doing a little weave from Spurgey, from Medak, who's there. From VRDM just coming round the Clark Curve as well. As they cross the line, you can see the flag waving, so that's fantastic. 5th place is Jinobi, who we should be able to clip to in a minute. There you go. And JB Player 1 coming round, doing a good little recovery drive. Dad Racer Rob under a little bit of pressure from Slicker as they come round Clark Curve down the Brabham Straight. And then behind him, Jordan, very unlucky drive from Jordan, finishing up in 9th. VR Badger and Bradford. So as we go on board with the winner now, it's a fantastic victory from Scale. So the first podium, ladies and gentlemen, is Scale, Spurgey and Medak. What a race, eh, Jinobi?
Yeah, it was fantastic and it's great to be back. Congratulations to the podium winners, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much, Jinobi, for joining me in the commentary box today. It's always appreciated, so I look forward to doing a few more with you as the season progresses. It's onwards next to Suzuka and then Fuji for rounds 3 and 4. I'll attempt to get those, for rounds 2 and 3, I'll attempt to get those up as soon as humanly possible. I've been D.Higgins, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all again very soon.